Today we are talking about repotting, a fundamental operation for all the green thumbs and green lovers. There is really a lot to tell about it. There are many aspects to consider. The pot, the plant, the season, well, it would take many videos about it. But let's start from the beginning. When are we talking about repotting? Repotting is the operation through which we put a plant out of a pot in order to replace it in a larger container with more capacity. In this phase, we are changing its compost in order to improve the growth of the plant itself. The repotting operation should be performed every time the upper part of the plant grows in such a way that its pot results too small to contain it. Repotting becomes necessary even when all the roots of the plant have occupied the entire block of compost inside the pot itself. In this case, the soil needs to be renewed because the roots have filled all the space and they are starting to come out. It could also happen that we need the repotting if the soil is unhealthy. It drains a little and maybe when watering it creates a small puddle on the top and that doesn't flow down the soil. The best time of repotting is spring season or late autumn, until the first cold temperature in winter time. It would be better, on the other hand, to avoid repotting when the plant is in full growth or even when it's flowering or producing fruits. We have to remember that repotting is a stressful operation for the plant, and it is better to do it at the most suitable time of the year. There is not a fixed rule to respect anyway. And what does it mean? That we must learn to observe our plant and to understand how to proceed according to the environment of our plants. About repotting, there are 3 matters to consider. We do the repotting only when it's necessary, therefore when the plant really needs it. We need to know our plant well, its habitat of origin. We have not to forget that each plant has different morphological characteristics of the root system. We need to know this aspect in order to know what it really needs. And finally, we have to use only good quality material. When we do the repotting, we need to choose the right pot and the correct size in which we are going to place it. For almost 60 years, Plastecnic has been manufacturing pots, saucers, and many accessories. As you know, we have created different lines with proper style, shape, and size. Successful products are born thanks also to the collaboration with prestigious brands. This is an important aspect because when we are in the phase of repotting, we have the possibility of choosing among many different sizes. After that, we don't offer only a rich range of sizes, lines and colors. We are also offering a constant feature that is quality. This is an essential factor for us that goes from the design and manufacturing of the pots that are a guarantee of our plants, as they are functional and respond to the needs and tastes of the final consumers. The pot is the environment of our plant, the basic object that allows it to live and to grow healthily. For this reason, even when we do the repotting, we must remember this aspect. After this important explanation, we are ready to repot. I've decided to repot plants that were contained in rather small pots and which obviously require more space and more compost and soil. Soil, yes, because choosing the right soil is very important. This will ensure support for the plant, guarantee root development, and help eliminate excess water. Let's start! For my echeveria, I've chosen a My Mood ball 15 cm size. I use a normal soil, ideal for succulents, that is a mix of sand, normal soil and pumice stone. Remember that the succulents do not need a lot of soil, and I suggest you a slight smaller pot than the green part. The pot must guarantee a good drainage, and in fact here I will make holes in the point as shown in the bottom. This will allow the water to drain properly and make our plant grow in health. Among other things, Let's not forget that succulents, like my Echeveria, do not like stagnant water. Now I will start to cover the bottom of the pot with some expanded clay. I will add the soil and place the plants. I do not cut the roots and damage them. I take care not to bury the collar part of the plant, which is the point where the roots and the aerial part meet and which allows the plant itself to breathe. I'm going to place the plant in a correct position and our repotting is almost complete. Now, in fact, let's water it correctly. This step is important because here we check it if the new plant arrangement has been done in a good way. We suggest a generous watering so we are sure that all the earth block receives water enough and not just the uppermost part. The repotting is done. So let's go on, and I also repot the olive tree, for which I have chosen a terra cylinder pot of 35 centimeters. I use 50% of universal soil and 50% of a mixture of sand, peat and lapilli. Here too, I cover the bottom of the pot with some expanded clay. Add some soil. I place the plant. I do this. And I add some other more soil. Always pay attention not to cover the plant collar. And then, for the last thing, I can give a good watering. The work is done. For my Dracaena, I've chosen a Naturalia pot with a diameter of 30 centimeters. The color that I've chosen is Havana, with a texture that emphasizes the pot. For my Dracaena, I use peaty soil mixed with sand. I always repeat the same operations: expanded clay on the bottom, soil, place the plant, add the soil, and then water. And let's conclude repotting my seasonal plants. Here we have many proposals, and I decided to choose a larger planter, Cassetta liscia from the collection Decor. It is the ideal planter for those who love to make balconies blooming. And we can use its suitable rectangular saucer. We do not have great needs for the soil, and we proceed with the operation scene. We put some expanded clay, then we put some soil. We place the plant. We pay always attention to not cover the color of the plant, and this applies to every plant. And we end with the watering. I still remind you that when repotting a plant, we must not take a too large or a too small pot. It is enough to choose a pot that is 1 or 2 sizes bigger than the previous one. Of course, I will also choose the right pot according to the space where I'm going to place it. As I already said, Plastecnic offers a wide range of products, and we can choose the one that is most functional to the needs of the plant, according to the right size, and the one that is perhaps even more in tune with the home style. Having many different pot styles and lines, we can size the moment and make repotting the right occasion for a change of look. A last suggestion: it's better to avoid fertilizing in the 3-4 weeks after repotting. Only later, when the initial nutrient supply of the soil is used up, fertilization can be carried out using the soluble fertilizer to be mixed with the irrigation water, or granular fertilizer to be placed on the surface. That's how I set my plants. Welcoming and warm colors. It's like diving into autumn. Thank you for watching, and see you on the next video.